A to the K.
A to the K.
A to the K. Hello, one and all. Welcome to the A2theK Wrestling Show. We are predicting the first ever Raw on Netflix.
Nice. Yeah. This is where all the shit's gonna happen in it. And man, that main event thing they're doing on Saturday.
Yeah.
This is where the shit's gonna happen, right?
Exactly. And I feel like that's why they've made Saturday night's main event like a retro thing. Because they're like, well, we're not going to do anything really that big for this show. So we need to give it something.
There's a mystery thing that Cody's got.
Yeah.
Whatever that could be.
Yeah, just literally
You know that
yellow light in a
belt-shaped box that Triple H gave
Why do they always do that though as well?
That.
Like, why do they need to literally have a giant yellow light?
I think, you know what? That's a Pulp Fiction thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, they're just ripping off movies as well.
Shocking. What they do, though, they're not wrestling, they're entertainment, aren't they? But anyway, I digress. Raw's coming to Netflix.
It is.
It's like
absolute godsend for us over this side of the pond, because we're not just getting Raw, we're getting fucking everything.
Sucks for you guys. You still got to have fucking Peacock and CW and
Max, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever it is.
Well, nah. WWE stands don't watch AW. What are you talking about?
True.
But yeah, it's coming to Netflix. It's going to be pretty cool, and it sounds like it's going to be a big one. Very big episode indeed. The first ever Raw. Obviously, if anyone who saw Mike Tyson taking on Jake Paul, yeah, a lot of people saw it. Well, they saw it buffering. Saw it buffering. So let's hope that WWE can pull anywhere near.
I think it's good of Netflix to test the waters with that before they.
I know it. Yeah, like let's
you know where buffering? No, that was just Tyson.
I know,
exhausted.
It's just old, just really old.
Just give me a minute to Netflix. Like fuck it, just put the buffer thing up again.
Yeah. But we'll jump into it, shall we? Right, some predictions for you. Right, John Kennedy Cena is he's said he's going to be there, and they've got guy.
Is this arguably the start of his farewell tour?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. This is Cena's final year, and he will be on the first ever Raw on Netflix.
He's going to open it, isn't he?
Well, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, what's that guy's name? I forgot it. Who's the guy?
Dom?
Travis Scott, is it? Such a dick.
Mate, the fact that you think I'm even slightly hip enough to know who that is.
I think is it Travis Scott?
It could be Travis
Maybe.
Scott. I'm not good enough.
Yeah, we're not down with the
It's not Guns N' Roses, so I haven't got a clue.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm wearing Guns N' Roses. But he has been confirmed for the show because he's doing the new Raw theme music.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
No offense to him, but now I think would have been the perfect time to bring back Union Underground.
Could you imagine that?
Imagine Netflix and it just starts with that.
That was just the one, wasn't it? It was the best theme song ever.
Unless he's going to pay homage to it. Nah. I mean, it might just butcher it, I'll be honest.
To be fair.
Maybe leave it alone.
But yeah, so Cena's going to be there and Travis Scott's going to be there. So yeah, I think it might open it, or at least have a part on the show, a live performance from Travis Scott. Maybe Cena is there, the hookups, for he's a bit of a rapper as well, isn't he? So
he bleeds blue and white though. The SmackDown team.
Yeah,
this guy hooking fools like his name is Kareem.
Okay, just because you know the lyrics.
I could do a shocking amount of that, to be honest with you.
But so yeah, Cena's going to be there, Travis Scott's going to be there, and I can't all be happy families, can it? So I think what would be bloody good, because we haven't really seen much interaction between them as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it's Dom and Cena. Doesn't have to be a match necessarily. I reckon Cena's going to basically rock up on Raw and be like, I'm declaring for the Royal Rumble, as you already know. It takes place in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to be there for that. And then Dom's going to come out and be like, oh, listen here, old man, you're just like my deadbeat dad. You're blah, blah, blah. And then they have a bit of a thing, and it might even happen on the show, or maybe they're going to tease it for at the Rumble. And they'll have a moment as part of that. But at the end of the day, Cena's doing his little retirement tour, isn't he? That's why I'm like belittling his little retirement. You little retirement.
I think as wrestling fans, though, we've just become a bit jaded towards retirements, haven't we? Because, like, yeah, for now. You know?
Yeah. Wait till that Saudi money crops up. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels.
And Goldberg for some reason.
Just because he won't leave. But yeah, I reckon.
I paid for my own flight, guys.
I wouldn't put it past him. I honestly wouldn't. So I reckon we're going to get something like this. Because, yeah, you know, like Dom and Cena is a match which, to my knowledge, hasn't happened.
Now, I do think we need to get there eventually. But do you not think the money interaction would be Cena and Punk for their storied history?
Maybe.
Like, I get like you want to push some of the newer talents, but I think maybe the first one, the Raw on Netflix, like maybe not Dom. I think it maybe arc back to. I mean, hardbacks are quite a shit era in wrestling, to be honest with you. But those two were saving it.
Yeah, they were actually.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Punk's best ever match. That's when he was like white hot, wasn't it? The whole
rivalry with Cena, yeah.
So it would be good to revisit that. But they're both baby faces, aren't they, at the minute? So I don't think we'll revisit it in a way.
No, I think for this episode we'll get some sort of interaction between them.
Yeah, maybe.
And is Punk a babyface? Is it just me who's not
in
seeing it
his
that
own
way?
mind? He is. You just hate the guy. It's fine.
The whole vibe I'm getting, like the way he roasted Rollins, felt almost heelish, really. And is Rollins not a babyface at the minute?
I don't think it doesn't matter anymore.
What is a babyface, Carl?
Yeah. What is a babyface?
But yeah, I still think there will be some sort of interaction there.
Okay.
Or let's say he does come out and he declares for the Rumble, and then Punk comes out and he's like, "Fucking going for the title, bitch! You're not stealing another main event from me,
well,
bitch." I mean, I don't know if he'll do it that way, but you know,
I think we may see other plans for CM Punk on this show, which we'll come on to. So hold that thought.
Okay, let me hold
it. Something else we may see. Roman Reigns is going to be on the show.
What? Samoans.
You know Triple H. You might just pick a few out the audience.
There may be some members of the Adawai family who do turn up.
You go here. We're definitely getting Roman Reigns on the show.
Yeah.
That's pretty much confirmed. But everyone's saying, Rock's not going to make WrestleMania. He's busy and blah, 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 blah. You don't just bring him back at Bad Blood.
How many people know the Rock's schedule to say that?
Well, yeah.
Is anyone
That's what he wants. Yeah, fucking part owner of the damn company. Like, I'm sure.
Which dare cheat is claiming to have access to his fucking calendar?
And like, you know, I really like The Rock, don't get me wrong, but an opportunity for him to be on the first live show on fucking Netflix. He's rocking up, and he's no pun intended.
And he's gonna be, you know that thing he does where he deliberately doesn't look at the camera. I know where the camera is, but
oh yeah, of course.
You know.
No, you wait. You wait for me to make my eye sex with you. I might even raise the eyebrow. Yeah, I reckon we are going to get on this show maybe Roman versus Solo or something. The Battle of the Bloodline again. Part 12.
Yeah, because Solo said, "I've still got the Ula Fala."
Exactly.
And everyone's like,
so they're going to fight for that, and maybe we find out The Rock was behind it all along. Solo was just holding the title of Tribal Chief for the final boss. Because he's his chief. Like his, you know, what do they call the people who like the general of the army?
Well, isn't he been like, I don't know how the thing works properly, so hopefully I don't do it to service, but isn't he now a high chief of the family as well, The Rock?
Yeah, I guess so.
So could he lean into the high chief thing?
Maybe.
Be like, yeah, he's the head of the table, but I'm the high chief.
He's been posting a lot about his grandfather lately. A lot of Utah stuff going on, so maybe. But
in terms of ranking, I just wondered if it worked that way. And he'd be like, no, Solo's head of the table because I say he is, and I'm the high chief kind of deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. But I think this would be a major plot point for the show to have the big reveal that The Rock was behind it, and we build towards Rock and Roman at Mania. Because if it can happen, it needs to happen. For me, it should. I was going to say it should have happened last year. It shouldn't have happened last year. I want to see it. Yeah. Last year wasn't the time. This year, definitely makes the time. Well, but what I don't want to see is The Rock come back and go after Cody.
Yeah, which is probably what we're going to get.
Yeah.
And then everyone gets obsessed again, and they go, no, the plan all along was this.
It's basically a complete rehash of the last WrestleMania thing, the conference.
Like, as much as I don't think these things are planned like some people do, I do think they are awfully good at course correcting. Like, the right move was to give Cody the main event back.
But it made him look like a fucking idiot, though.
It did. But it was definitely the right move to fix that problem.
Yeah.
Like, it did, because he's like, wait a minute, I want that match. And it's like, Cody, did you not realise what happened last week?
You literally just you had it. You gave it up.
You shook his hand and shit.
Yeah. So, made him look like a fool. But I think this is the way they need to go. Rock and Roman, WrestleMania 41, what I want to see.
100%.
What else might we see? Now, you may be upset by this. A lot of people may be upset by this. I think CM Punk is going to dethrone Gunther.
Why is Punk doing an Elvis lip?
I have no idea. I genuinely think this is what we're going to see, and I feel like it's going to be a terrible for Gunther.
Isn't it good to push younger talent like that?
I know, right? It's just, I believe CM Punk came back under the guise of, you will main event one of the WrestleMania nights.
At the detriment of an up-and-coming talent. What have you become?
Yeah.
What have I become?
My straight edge friend.
Get back into WWE like, I gotta go shovel.
And he's become everything he hated. It's brilliant. But yeah, so I think we're going to get this because we are going to get Punk versus Rollins. We may even get Drew back in the mix again.
Annoyingly, like, the money match probably would be Punk and Rollins or Drew involved. Like, absolute respect to Gunther, but if they're talking just bankable, it's going to be these guys. It's going to be those guys, isn't it? Like, it's an absolute disservice to Gunther because he's someone that they should build up. But this is the problem, isn't it? They need to build him up.
Yeah.
The other guys are built, and it's like, we'll draw money with them.
It's the Kevin Owens problem.
I can see them doing that.
The Kevin Owens problem. He was champ, and they were like, "Oh, you're doing good as champ, but not at Mania. I don't want you to be the champ at Mania, our biggest show.
Give us that back."
So I think
that was absolute travesty. He was a good champ. He was a good champ.
And I think Gunther's going to get the same, you know, unfortunate.
Do you not think they've already kind of degraded this belt, though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, Cody's there, like, keeping hold of that one. It took ages to get it off Roman in the first place. Keeping hold of that one, we're good, we're doing good. This one's getting hot potato. Like, well, Damien can have it and Gunther can have it. And Seth had it at one point, I think. And if what you're saying is right, then it's just going to move again. And you're like, oh, this is the title people can compete for.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I do think Roman's reign of terror was a bit too far. It was like way back to the territory days. The age we live in, it doesn't make sense now for someone to hold it that long. So I don't mind it changing hands.
I'm not a fan of Roman's reign.
I was not a fan of Roman's reign.
But you don't think they've gone from that to like, obviously Cody's not got to that historic number yet, but you don't think that they're potentially going, well, no, we'll keep it on Cody. People like Cody as champ.
Well, that's what I mean, though. It's
how long are we going to keep it on Cody for that reason?
There used to be like 10 title changes a year for the main belt. There's like one a year now.
It's almost like they feel a little bit of freedom to do that with at least one of the titles because they've got another one.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I think, this is the hot potato of them, and I think Punky Brewster himself is going to pick it up.
Cool.
Yeah. So that might happen again.
Think he'll paint a black X on it?
Oh, let's not open that can of worms, shall we? So another massive moment for Raw on Netflix. So what does Cody do? I hear you saying, right?
Oh, he's gonna come out.
Yeah,
he's gonna talk about his dad.
Yeah,
and then Kevin Owens is gonna tell him he's a piece of shit.
I remember when I was a kid and my dad, Dusty Rhodes. Do you know my dad's Dusty Rhodes? I remember he said to me that one day he was gonna be on Netflix. But
this was the streaming service he never got.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we need to get to the Randy Orton Cody thing. Like, I'm just
that's the feud. I'm the feud.
Putting this out into the fucking universe. I so do not want Rock and Cody at all. Randy, so the matches to make is Cody Randy. Punk,
that's the feud.
Punk Rollins.
That's the thing.
And Rock and
beautifully, if you look at it properly, right? Randy is the feud for Cody. That makes absolute sense. And Roman and Rock makes absolute sense. Mm-hmm. Book it.
Yeah.
Fucking do that.
This is why it's giving me that little bit of hope because we are approaching WrestleMania, approaching the Royal Rumble, and these are in the vicinity of a feud. Yeah. So I still don't know yet how Orton and Kevin Owens kind of get past that.
The frustrating thing, though, this is the frustrating thing because we're at the sort of the edge of telling a good story here, and we know that it's equally likely that they'll just totally sideline the fucking lot because the Rock's turned up. Yeah. And that's the slightly worrying bit. But they are the customer telling the story, and all it's going to take is that one twist, isn't it, from Randy to be like, actually, Kevin was right.
Yeah.
And then bam, RKO.
Well, that's it.
Or I don't agree with Kevin, and then bam, RKO, because he RKOs people he loves to. It's really hard to tell what's going on.
That is also true.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. So I think this is where we'll get that moment. The RKO will happen here. Yeah. If he doesn't rock up on Saturday and have some kind of involvement in it, he's going to rock up here and do it, I think.
I like it.
So, yeah, another big moment. But, yeah, Cody's first debut in the biggest platform ever. He's going to be put on his ass.
Yeah, I like it. I don't like that. The feud is going to be great.
Yeah, okay. What else might we see, Anthony? Well, I put the draft logo on here, even though it's not a draft, but they're doing like a transfer window. Have you heard about this? Is
that like draft lights?
Maybe.
What's that even mean?
They've watched the Premier League And they've gone, oh.
The thing is, when you have people turn up on whatever show they want, who gives a fuck?
Oh yeah, that is. I mean,
Like,
we have
who
to speak.
gives a fuck?
We have to be speaking about like Raw on Netflix and all these other people, majority from SmackDown,
Yeah.
rocking up.
But it happens all the time. All the time, they just put people wherever the fuck they want them because they want to make money, which makes sense. Well, let's not pretend like you even care about the fucking rosters.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sorry.
But
It's a different soapbox, a different
yeah,
thing.
it is. It is. Well, we are going through this transfer window thing at the moment. You've seen in the background, like the GMs chatting to people and being like, "Oh, do you want to come on my show?" Blah blah blah.
Do you think NXT will be involved?
I think so.
Shawn Michaels is good with putting me through windows.
That is true. I like it. I like it. But with any good transfer window or any good opportunity to, move people around in shows, it gives the opportunity to bring people back. Anthony.
I'm disappointed that I didn't say he's good at transferring people through windows. That would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah, it would have.
Anyway.
Yeah. Missed out on that one.
Missed opportunities.
It was. But yeah, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, someone like that. Maybe Alexa Bliss, I don't know.
I mean, we could, Becky Lynch is, she's had a good break now and people are kind of waiting for it, so that would make sense. Alexa Bliss, I think, would deservedly get a good pop if she came back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Charlotte, obviously, like...
You're terrible.
No, I'm sorry. To be fair, though, like, I kind of... And I'm not saying sideline Charlotte until this, but, like, I kind of want them to revisit Rhea and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Now Rhea's established as a... Because most of their feud wasn't, like, the Rhea we've got now. And I'm like, well, I kind of like to revisit that, but I kind of like her to be champ again as well. So...
I do like the Rhea we've got now.
So I'm thinking we need to get Rhea as champion again and then start that feud off. So it's like, do we bring Charlotte back now? I don't know.
Yeah, fair criticism. Becky is the one I think is most likely. She was at the bloody media event and stuff for it. So it's like,
okay,
you're going to be there, love.
Chances are she's still involved.
Oh, yeah. So
You mean she's not going to AEW? Okay.
What? Yeah.
What?
So I expect that. So some returns. And you talk about the women's title picture, Anthony.
I think we're getting the cash in.
Are we finally getting the cash in? When are we getting the cash in?
We need to get the cash in. I think somebody needs to remind her that she does have to cash in at some point.
Like, she's had that many opportunities now. In bloody War Games, both of them were laid out there. She could have just gone cash in, pinned both of them, walked out with both belts.
Yeah.
But no. Doesn't do that, does she?
There's something brewing here. It's going to be an unexpected moment, and maybe Raw on Netflix is the way to do it. People have been expecting a pay-per-view, haven't they? Maybe bam.
Mm. Yeah. Like, in my mind, it's going to bring in people who haven't seen WWE in years, people who've never seen it before. So they need to kind of introduce as many of the different plot points as they possibly can.
I keep expecting like some sort of heist moment with Tiffy, right? And like as an example, and this won't happen, but as an example of like Becky comes back and for whatever reason ends up having a title match that night and wins the belt, and you're like, oh fucking hell, Becky's champ again, and then Tiffy's like, bam, and you're like, fucking hell, you got heisted as well.
Yeah,
tastes bad, doesn't it? Maybe tell Seth about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that won't happen, but I feel like they're going to use it as like a shock heist moment with her. Like it's just going to be out of nowhere. When you least expect it, it's going to be bam, Tiffy time.
Maybe.
So
maybe Netflix is the place to do it.
Could be the one. Could be the one.
I think they need to just introduce this as a plot device. People won't be like, what? Why has she got this briefcase? What's this briefcase all about? Oh, she can run down with that and cash in and win it. But like, ooh, you know what I mean? Gets people who aren't familiar going, this is interesting. So
it's a good point.
She might not even win. Might be the first female to cash in and not win the belt.
No, she has to win.
We'll see. It might not even be on Liv, might be on Nia Jax. And lastly, we spoke about title changes. We spoke about returns. We spoke about, The Rock and John Cena and all that big stuff. Mm-hmm. What's a Raw on Netflix without even more legends? Going to get some of them locking up.
You can get Hogan back on now, can't you? Because there's not the same pressure that Network TV gave them. It was like, we don't want the racist. So I think they could probably have Hogan on screen again, which would be nice.
There's rumours that he might rock up at Saturday Night's Main Event. Because I think Jimmy Hart's going to be there, and obviously they're going for a retro feel.
It makes a lot of sense. Who's more retro than the old man with the handlebar mustache?
Exactly. But again, if you're trying to bring in an audience of people who haven't seen it in years, as important as it is to highlight the new stars, you also want to be kind of going, oh, do you remember this guy? And
you need that balance, don't you, of that nostalgic pop.
Yeah. So I'm looking at them and I was like,
Do you think?
Old man Sean's not getting on there. Because fuck Sean.
I mean, people wouldn't get the nostalgia pop because they'd be like, "Who's the homeless guy?"
Well, exactly. Taker, I'd like to hope he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he started talking now, hasn't he? So I feel like he's probably not got the same air about him.
Rocks up with a MAGA cap on. It's just like...
Just turns up, he's like, "Let me tell you about..." I'm like, oh God, he just doesn't start. Who gave him a mic? I kid. Love Taker, obviously. Maybe not his politics, but love Taker. Ric Flair, do you think he's actually still got a decent relationship with the...
He does with Triple H, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He absolutely loves that guy. And
yeah. No, it's just, it seemed like a bit of bad blood, didn't it? Like around the time he was doing his whole retirement tour on the Indies, it was like...
Yeah. It was Vince then, though, wasn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, true.
I think he's probably waiting for the right time to get him involved again. So, maybe he's there with Charlotte again. That's what we all want. And Bret Hart, just because I want to see Bret.
Bret Hart. He agreed to turn up as long as they let him call Goldberg a piece of shit.
Yeah, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg a piece of shit.
Like that idiot Bill Goldberg.
Just put him on commentary so he can do that as much as he wants.
Real piece
God,
of
he
shit.
nearly ended his career like that idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, them's be the predictions for Raw on Netflix. Have you got any more to add to this?
You've done slightly ahead, but if they do bring Brett back, given us CM Punk's a massive Brett guy, do you think the interaction is going to be Brett and Punk?
Maybe.
Okay, that's all I wanted to add.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's like the special enforcer for the Gunther and Punk match. Oh,
yeah.
No.
No,
fine. Shit on it.
I just don't know how you enforce it.
It's not what you said.
I feel like that just means Brett's getting chopped.
Or Gunther's getting sharpshooted.
True. Equally possible.
Yeah,
and Punk's just stood there like...
Doesn't even go, so he's just so happy to see Brett.
Like, again, sweet. Possibly, we're doing hot takes today, right? Yeah. But I'll just throw a little bonus one in on here. Let's be honest, that image where they're all doing the ones and he got Punk there in the middle, like...
Yeah.
Like, it just really points out how wank that pose is.
That's very wank. It is wank.
A nice little British insult for you there.
But what's not going to be wank, we hope, is Raw on Netflix. So, yeah, what do you think's going to happen? What have I missed out? Let us know in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this, then just let us know on social medias because we're all over the Instagrams and the whatnot. So just comment on the post and let us know there. Well, you looking forward to it? I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being able to watch it again. Easy. Legitimately, should I say.
What do you mean? We always watch it.
I'm looking forward to not paying for all those additional streaming services, Carl. Indeed. That I definitely pay for.
So let us know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.